afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from me, your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off you to a riveting and amazing 1v1 on Crossroads. Yes, indeed, we're back at the Crossroads. We always are. But in the north, it is Forest, fighting for King Country, the Commonwealth, the British Army, taking on the role of the 7th Armored Division. In the south, it is Old Mate, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the... Let's just go with the second punch on here, featuring Lightning War. Definitely a bit of a rare one here. G43s, tactical movement, relief infantry, tiger tanks, and the shoot close as support with double infantry and anti-tank and bulletins. Also big thanks to Mr. Self-Destruct for pledging on Patreon and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to you, Mr. Self-Destruct. Big thanks to you, my friend. And of course, big thanks to all my other Patreon supporters allowing me to keep doing this month after month. You too can join the ranks by playing on Patreon yourself, or you can just donate. Links in the video description. But we are off here to the action. We, of course, if you can't, any of you just want to support otherwise, you can also just, like, share, comment, subscribe, and press the bell button to subscribe. And it was going to MG42 for Old Man heading west. Was an interesting opening there. Typically, you don't see so much heavy emphasis there from the south players to go west, unless it's the winter version. Meanwhile, got trouble sections out here for Fortress. Very much a standard British opening here. Machine gun moving up, more gunners for Old Mate for the German Army, Deutschland. Machine there caught here by the section, quickly setting up behind some heavy cover. The section going to dive out of range of that. Got response to the Fortress. Slowly heading eastwards to the Pioneers. Definitely not your average, but he's still looking to disrupt the British opening and maybe secure the Western fuel in the process. Definitely a rather cheeky process there by Old Mate. Section moving up here by Fortress. It's going to be two sections with the gunners. MG42 is going to be tricky here to set up properly. One mistake here could end up being costly. It seems the Pioneers moving for the Eastern fuel planet will be rather undefended. Need to deal with the section there. Machine gun Zimbabwe is doing nothing. Has a bit of an issue for particular units like the very edge there. As you might notice, it took several seconds there before he even began firing. There goes sections firing routed, but that could have been much more likely here for him. He almost gets the section. In fact, that'd be pretty harsh for Fortress. Going for the Eastern fuel of the Pioneers, so they've got a section nearby as well. That's going to make pretty much that difficulty. More or less at this point, has to win this one. Otherwise, he's going to be in a real deep sauerkraut. And there go more guns surrounding the machine gun, opening up the section. They are in heavy cover, but there's only so much they can hold out for there. And the long range then locks up. They'd like to be able to get the machine gun crew there, which certainly would hurt Old Mate. But at the same time, there's only a chance to lose the section now, which would more than undercut that one. But there you go. Looks like the section able to escape, but Silicon is flying away there. Maybe have him shoot the machine gun there, but a small chance. But he's really close to actually. He's incredibly close. University flying up here. Pioneers falling back here in the east. Unable to deal with the section, obviously. Digging into the sandbags. So, not your average Crossroads opening there, that's for sure. Not your average one there. Tech already done here for Fortress as well. Pretty fast tech. Probably going to be using the quick upgrade there for the Vickers K on the Universal Carrier. And we're probably seeing bolsters shortly following after that. So there you go. Out with that one. And again, I'd imagine the Vickers K here is going to be the priority. Yes, indeed. Machine ready here. Tech up there for Old Mate and for the German Army. The 2nd Panzer Division. Season the Western field whenever they play the is the more healthy ones. Push ahead here. Note lots of sandbags here from Fortress. Very thorough work there. More sandbags here. Thumbs up to that. We got the gunners in the center building here. University Vickers K charging in. He's almost got the Western fuel point, but it's not going to be super easy for him to defend the current set. Of course, he was planning to flank these with the gunners and Panzerfaust. That, of course, may work out, but now we got the section Chinese forces down there, and now means he can get flanked at the University K. It's a pretty extended here, left flank for Old Mate. Good stuff for Fortress, but not great for the German machine setting up to flank the section east. We got punch going for the carve point. But again, I feel like Old Mate is once more extending himself rather aggressively here versus Fortress, which is certainly, I think, a bit risky there. Pioneers now being swarmed by section from two sides. Tech is down, but got nothing going there. We've got gunners reinforcing. We'll have to see what he upgrades with, though. He's still some time away from the G43s here. And we got bolsters already done there for Fortress. Pioneers routed, almost getting wiped out. Which you can hurt in the center. Section there ground Western fuel pond there depleted. Could be perhaps routed with a thrusting counter-attack there by Old Mate. Vickers K flying up for Fortress up to deal with German infantry. Troops are reinforcing. Pioneers back. You could go for some punch grenades fast, but of course, maybe want to consider, of course, the armored cans. There and there goes section flank behind the building, leaving Old Mate's position in the center further isolated and easy to be pushed back to a Fortress if he's not careful. Pioneers to hard work with the like to make a nice company. Gunners setting up for Old Mate for the German Army. MG42 there. Close to veterans you won, but I think at this point he's going to have to retreat. That one is only too low in health. At the same time, retreating with the Universe Carrier where it is, I think it's going to be tough as well here. So it's going to be a tough one. He could try and host down the Universe Carrier up close. It does get some damage in there. But yeah, the situation overall, I think, is pretty dangerous there. And I think it is safe to say Old Mate made a mistake. Now, at this point, he's not retreating because he just risks handing over to the opponent. So he's just accepting it's going to be lost. But that's definitely hurting the Old Mate, losing the machine gun like that. And I would say it was an avoidable loss at that. So not great. We've got the 251 mid-light Schützen Panzerwagen rifle Old Mate. That is very likely going to be a flamethrower half-tech, put pressure on the infantry. We've got Samson over for Fortress. We will, of course, need a Pack 40 to help cover up the flamethrower half-tech from an eventual AC. As I'd be very surprised if Fortress didn't look for some sort of counter to the flamethrower half-track. Unless they're getting that since 1-6 kills from this tank from the south. We do get D4 defeats. We're going to use those to put pressure on the sections. They can do quite a bit of damage. And then go up close here. D4 defeats aren't quite ready, but they should be soon, at which point they should be able to beat the section unless the inverse camera support, which is exactly what happens. Half-tech ready here. Charging ahead there. And he will support the universal carrier. They're going to use actually end up winning that engagement. Though it does help the half-track rushing in there. Pretty much scares off Fortress. Far east here, we've got punishing the eastern fuel pond there, taking advantage of Fortress folks on the center here to outmaneuver him. Flame half-track almost done, in which case we actually clear up the Vickers, and he spots it and begins getting the machine gun out there. That's a very healthy response by Fortress. Certainly shows respect to the Flampanzerwagen. Old Mate following up the Pack 40 since he's quite aware that the flamethrower half-track is going to join the AC as a response, in which case he's going to need the anti-tank gun, otherwise it's toast, in particular because the flamethrower half-track pretty much ate up all the munitions for telemines anyways. They're catching the section low on health. It's going to burn it up there. Small chance of wipe here. Might be better to go for the Vickers and just do some damage to force level as well. The gun is being suppressed here by the Vickers. Retreating that one as well as the flamethrower half-track gets closer. Got the eastern fuel point. And there you go, Pack 40 out, and of course need to grab the car point back. On the west side, we got field gun, its low and health moving apart. Universe getting fixed up there, a lot of action, a lot of movement. Not one dull moment. Back here in the British base, nothing further happening. Could go for weapon rack soon, but I imagine it's going to be focusing right now on setting up resources for the AC Mark III. Flampan found the one kill, but they can of course quickly change in the blink of an eye. Sappers are being burned at. Flampanzerwagen injecting huge amounts of fuel at them. But there you go, got caught up in an anti-tank grenade. Great luck there for Fortress, to use the train in that Old Mate side so close. He's actually going for the 2-2 now. Interesting pick there. Universe Carrier taking us from Pack 40. That was a really slow anti-tank grenade, but it was really slow there. Good lord, Lawrence, do you have arthritis or something? Just throw the fucking thing. I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry. I'm just having a bit of a hard time with the whole handle. Really? That's the easy part. Anyways, bunker up there. We got the 2-2 out the Old Mate. Pack 40 hanging back. Going to need to retreat soon. AC Mal 3 there, slowly approaching for Fortress. Did get the car point. Further slowing down Fortress's resource income. Great there by Old Mate. 2-2 sitting out. Quite a bit of light vehicles for Old Mate then. AC Mach 3 almost done. Plus, of course, has the Pack 40 ready. He may also, of course, want to bring out another machine gun soonish. Or at least some panzer grenadiers, something to help contain Fortress's infantry. And there goes section routed under heavy armoured car fire. Flampanzer good to go once more. Pushing the east here from the British. Vickers supporting the attack here, and the grenadiers are so low in health they have to retreat immediately or they're going to get annihilated. Which is obviously, I imagine, something that is not in Old Mate's interest. Bunker up here for Old Mate. Very good. Flampanzer going eastwards. And there you go, AC Mark III armoured car there for Fortress. Was an incredibly heavy armoured car, and possibly even the heaviest of the war. In part because they actually used parts from old heavy tanks, specifically the British infantry tanks. So, little fun fact there. There you go, Pack 40 on the AC Mark III. Armoured car though got abandoned. That's kind of lucky there for Old Mate. On the other hand, it's kind of unlucky for Fortress. That's it. We'll have to, of course, we can fix it up in time before it gets destroyed, because it's just going to require someone moving and shooting it a bit, and it's going to fall apart anyway. So yeah, not the biggest problem in the long run there for Fortress to deal with. Western field excuse for the pioneers, but they're not quite on it. Laying down Bart 1 on the sandbags. They're good. Going for decent victory point. We've got 480 versus 154 so far. Pretty close between the two warring armies here. Flampanzerwagen hanging back, and there goes second Pioneer Squad ready. Interesting, it would go for second one, but I imagine just to get another troop out, they can grab points and lay down mines. And suddenly down some Stalemate, I think be a great idea for old mate. We got the Vickers up again. These to move towards the centre, east side there. Pack can ring about. Got the eastern victory point almost secured. Further up west, Pioneers working hard there with a barbed wire. And the centre going to be finding out the Vickers. Flampans going to burn them out. There you go, see moving up west side. We got second to the car front here, grabbing the western point here. University engaging here. Old mate certainly seeing a lot of pressure across the front. There you go, AC engaging. And he's going to panther fast pack forward as well there. We could see the AC in fact go down. He can of course pop the smoke screen, but even with that, the way it's moving so slowly due to the engine damage could allow old mate to catch up with. Oh, never mind. Might just look like it gets away there. Yep, lucky for us there. Lucky that old mate was a bit too slow there. Of course, just good response there with the smoke screen in the centre here. Going against the south. He's going for the section with Eastern victory point. In fact, right now, Forrest is either denied. Old mate, the fuel points got them, so he's actually getting a lot more fuel. In fact, he's getting twice as much fuel here than old mate at the moment. Pack 40 pursuing the AC, trying to take it out. There you go, almost got it. Section here, about to go up support, but can't without opening up for the Grenadiers. One more shot here, and oh, narrowly missed. I imagine that crew is going to need a clean pair of underpants. Well, the way things have been going for it so far. Pants are going to be there for old mate. Very good. Some heavy assault infantry to take on the Tommies. Got the rifle off, not doing too much there. So while he's holding the centre, he's not quite getting the resources. Which is definitely something I think that needs to be rectified soon. In particular, since Forrest is already taking ahead here. Then it's been effective with the Universal Care there. But we got the Pack 40. The Panzerabwehr Kanone 40. There we go. And that gets abandoned as well. The crew jumping out and then realizing they're all dead. So it doesn't matter if they got out. And then it gets destroyed. Look, we're out! We're out! Yes, but we're also all dead. How does that work? Canadian rules, I'm sorry. Canadian rules? That's not fair. Well, like, complain to the Canadians. And it's got the Flampan going here for the section, burning where the Flampan's bang. Got Bren guns up there for Forrest. And in the west, the Pants are going to be advanced on the section there. Both set with the assault rifles up close and the spun grenade. I think they should have more have that engagement within hand. A lot of barbed wire here. Oh, we got the point there. Thumbs up to old mate. Section there could be burned alive here by the Flampanzer Band. Going to bring up Pioneers Pack 40 for supporting. Eastern field point. They should obviously grab here by the German army soon enough. That said, he's going to be hit by a Cromwell soon, and old mate is not in remotely close to it any armor. AC moving in there. Panzer they will have to retreat. Down to 2 men. Sandbag slowly being fitted with destruction. He's still trying to grab it though. There you realise he has to retreat there. Back here almost got the points is seized. Grenadier advancing. Flampanzer running up. Back up the Panzerabwehr Kanone 40. Wing West was there. Back here we got Grenadiers sitting out there for old mate. Seizing the eastern field point here. We got triple section plus the biggest of the Fortress lining up for a nice big British assault. Pioneers called here with AC Mark 3. Plus reinforcing. Take up there for old mate. Then this was the section. Flampan support. Also note back when using the flamethrower to lay down mines. Thumbs up the old mate. Good on the AC Mark 3. But going to go so fear. Oh, except that because of the pressure fire. AC Mark 3 almost knocked out again. You might got to push on these side. We got Pioneers and Grenadiers, but the Pioneers managed to wire themselves stuck. That's going to be wiped. Of course, in this case, he does have a second Pioneer squad, so he technically does have a spare, but it's not really much of a comfort for the Pioneers currently being murdered. Don't bother, Jurgens, they have a spare, but what about us? What about us, Heinz? I don't want to die because they had a spare unit, but there you go. Flamethrower to the rescue. Burns the Tommies and crushes the barbed wire. Close shave there, that's for sure. That's for sure. Back here, reinforcing healing. Tech almost down the fold. On the west side here, we got the Grenadiers. Well, the Punch Grenadiers actually moving ahead here. Fixing up the AC Mark 3. Got the Cough on there. Good disruptive play there by old mate. Back here, reinforcing healing. Got the 6-pounder gun on the way for Forrest and the British Army, the 7th Armoured, the Desert Rats. Old mate's Flampan gun getting to work here with the section. Unleashing incendiary hell here from its flame projector. Punch they caught with the AC Mark 3 once more. Pack 40 is nowhere need to be seen. He's been the Supremo Core. He could try and get out in a fast Duke here versus Forrest. Could work out maybe. And Forrest, by the way, is not yet going for any tanks. Just some fuel disruption there, but old mate, very good for him. They can soon go for the Cromwell. We'll of course have to see what Old Mate goes for. Will it be Stugs? Will it be Panzer IVs? Most likely Panzer IVs, but a Stug I think would be helpful as well. Will it be laying down mines for the Flam Panzerwagen here? The Schützen Mine, we'll have to see. Still needs to be engaged for the section. And the AC do get off of Panzer Faust here, anti-tank and moving up, but with the section here, I don't think he needs to catch up, and the Panzer don't think in a condition to push back the section, but still makes a move forward. There we go. Once more, that AC survives with a sliver of health. That's got to be one hell of a lucky armored car crew. The sort of luck where just shortly after war then died from something incredibly banal. Section around it. Flanking up here with the Grenadiers. Almost got the Vickers there. We might not be able to finish off this time round with a Panzerfaust. Cromwell away there for Fortress. Meanwhile, Old Mate there looks like he's Panzer IV bound. No AC gets away there narrowly. Draft grenading here. Interesting. Falls away the sappers. And it's going to keep out on the path here towards the AC, but looks like it is escaping. Cromwell halfway down there. Eastern Field makes to the Pioneers. We got more mines here from Old Mate. Thumbs up there. Nice use of the abilities. Definitely a bit overlooked there. Flam Panfang strike eastwards here, but support here. More Pioneers and support, but ones that probably worth saved by the Flame for half track. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen für Neu for Old Mate for the German army. Deutschland. Going to flanking the section, catching the pincer of G43. More troops moving in from the northern fortress, catching the other Grenadiers in the pincer as well. The Gunner squad nearby supporting. Cromwell ready. AC there still being fixed up. There's the retreat. Got the flame fighting westwards. Burning through the troops. Going to low on health. Pack 6 pound going up the flame fighter. He's going to lose it here, I think, unless he gets lucky, which could happen with the ground attacks. There we go. East side, we've got the Cromwell in there. Not enough mines here from Old Mate. And let's get over there. Go. Pack 40 opens up there. Good hit on the Cromwell. Shears off a bit of health there. They're not close enough to finish it off anyway. Going to pencil round here. Going to put it in front against the section. A lot of action here. A lot of tempo and momentum. There you go. Panzerfight for Old Mate for the 2nd Panzer Division. Should, of course, add the pin-up machine there to the Panzerkampfwagen vehicle. And it's in trouble with the Cromwell. Good hit there. 6-pounder gun moving out. Ground the centre from with the Pioneer. Got these Seeming 40 here. Pack 40 turn around here. Rather tricky situation. This is the Cromwell with the AC connected problem here for the Panzer IV. Then it's running with the Panzer Faust. Sabs with the Minesweepers. We got 404 versus 68. In fact, most of the map remains controlled by Old Mate. Very good friend. AC moving out there. Panzer IV turn around, shoots, misses. Pack 40 shoots, hits the building instead. Cromwell is now hop shoot. The Panzer IV picked up with the AC. Panzer IV though is dodging the shots, or avoiding how I want to put it. Cromwell gets hit by the Pack 40 down to half health. Shots bouncing up, missing the Panzer IV again. Another hit. The Cromwell almost down. 6-pounder gun those moving up. Not enough supporting troops, so they could maybe make a push here using tactical advantage. There we go. We do get tactical movement. We do get tactical movement. Such an overlooked ability. But I mean, honestly, a mass sprint for infantry is incredibly good. When in particular that infantry is an assault infantry. There you go. Pack 40 finally gets the AC up to so much damage. So much punishment. The warranty finally wore out on that bloody thing. Second through the centre here. The assault continues. The tactical movement proves to be a tactical, get really fast going there and shoot some Tommies. Panzer on the hops with the Cromwell. Cromwell looks like they'd ordered to the base here. Punches there versus the section being shot to bits. Gun support. Flame fire tech rolling through. Going straight for the machine gun. A brutal and dashing assault that saw Fortress's forces torn asunder. Biggest there being burned alive. Panzer IV rolling to the base. They could see a section here wiped out. Oh dear, no, he pulls back due to the threat of the sappers, but there you go, gets killed. Not the section. The Cromwell hiding out on the other end and calls immediately engaging self-repair protocol. Machine gun there, wiped out, protected, grabbed here by him. Grenadiers planning for against the section. Grenadiers about to get wiped out, and the Grenadiers go down in a blaze of bullets and death. More Grenadiers for Old Mate. Need to get the flame fight down to deal with it. 6-pounder gun, but it could also be seized here by Old Mate and turns against Fortress. A really spectacular long-winded engagement between Fortress and Old Mate, full of maneuver, dashing glory and death. Anti-tank cleared out there. So much action there. That's the sort of company as I like. Back here, troops enforcing. Grenadiers setting out there. Panzers are also good to go. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Another Panzer, of course, would likely got more mines here from Old Mate and his Schützen Panzerwagen. More sections for Forest, plus another 6-pounder gun. Machine gun that claimed by the German army. Deutschland. But the 6-pounder gun remains a bit inert. Oh, there goes making a move up. There goes sending his sappers and gun is second up. There we go. Gun is caught here. Pack forward with the 6 crumble. Panther 4 being moved back in here. But looks like it's going to lose the anti-tank and sappers are taking losses. They move past this. Panther 4 going to go for an anti-tank grenade. Damage engine. Even Piet's here. Looks like he was expecting that one part. Of course, the minesweeper icon was actually obscuring that. But there you go. Piet dropped. Flamethrower after rushing in. They're trying to save the Panther 4, burning up the crew, preventing from firing. There you go. Panther 4 with a sliver of health left. Can they get rid of the anti-tank and crew? Oh, yes, just narrowly. Cromwell is going to, I think, going to try and make for deeper flank here and take out the Panther 4 something, but it may not quite work. But there he goes, making the attempt anyway. Slow in health there. Panther 4, will it make the shot? No, he gets the Panther 4. He gets the Panther 4. Rolling right past the wreckage, going for the flamethrower half-tank. Can he escape the Pack 40? No, he doesn't, but he took out the flamethrower half-tank as well there. Casualties are intense alongside the fighting here. And there's just mountains of corpses and Dietrich who's spinning around even in death. I don't know how he did it. I certainly don't know why he did it while he was alive as well. Fresh counterattack here by Fortress with the infantry looking to bleed the Germans out. It's a absolute slugfest here between the two armies. 6-pounder gun being destroyed. Panzer is fine. Panzer gun, assault rifles, and the Piets and the Tommies. There you go. Mine goes off, killing 2 British infantrymen in service of the British Empire. Isabo's wide open, but Fortress is so absolutely incensed, so out for vengeance over his lost men and tanks that he furiously throws his men at the Germans. Machine gun holding up the western fuel point there. Troops getting ready for the next big push. Oldman here could of course go for a Panther 4. Of course he might try and stall for a Tiger tank, but I think he should just push for more medium armor, to be honest. Vickers there. Oh, caught repositioning here by the section against heavy cover. Oh dear, undercutting the Vickers positioning there. Got the cop on there. He's still so heavily focused on the west side there. He wants it. It is, as far as he's concerned, British property. Got the gunners launching assault here, though. 3G for the field gunners. Sappers quickly falling back, realizing they are utterly outgunned. They are outmatched. The Vickers losing to the section here. Could get it wiped and then seized back here by 4S. Cromwell away there for 4S. Old mate there could go for another Panther 4 now. Probably should consider it. That was Sturmgeschütz. And there he gets the Vickers. Now the gunners out in the open. The Vickers are going to be in trouble. Got Rifkin against the section. Almost takes it out. We could see wipe here on 4S. And they go down. Rifkin and the Vickers. Preventing from setting up a bit further. Gunners making a run for the Bren gun. The section fighting out. Then the Vickers is opening up now. The Gunners assembling out in the open. There go Rifkin off. Takes out the Vickers crew. Heavy losses there for 4S. This fight is absolutely intense. Section wiped out there. 4S suffering catastrophic losses there to Old Mate. He's finally realizing he has to go east instead. He has to go east. Cromwell out here for 4S. Meanwhile, Old Mate's Panther falls a bit behind, so 3 Reds will still manage to turn this a bit around there with the Cromwell, but these have been some crazy fights here. Back here, troop reinforcing healing for Old Mate. Grenadier, or Pioneers Pack 40 moving out there. Grab these some victory with the section. We've got 404 versus 161. So far that 4-4 seems to indicate loss not found. Cromwell hitting it back up with the 6-pounder gun and the sappers. Heavy cover there, not going to last much as the Cromwell in the south. Panzer going to be Pioneers and performing in the section. Almost got the heavy cover ready, but not in time. And there you go, complete rout here in the north as the Cromwell barrels through like a drunken berserker. Flamethrowers ready. Section is going to be in a bit of a pickle with that. Phew. Fixing up the Cromwell, we got the Panther moving in here for Old Mate. We got the Pack 40 hanging ready there as well. Section versus the Pioneers trying to heal, but they can't heal under fire. Eastern field being claimed there before this. Panther 4 rolling hit. Section there takes a devastating hit. Another 2 men drop dead in service of the King. Almost got the Cromwell ready. Panther 4 back. They could get hit by the 6-pounder gun. There we go, direct hit on the rear armor of the Panzerkampfwagen. Finding on the east side, we got Pioneers going to bring in the section, holding their asses into heavy cover to increase the chance of not getting mauled immediately. Another section there for Fortress and the British Empire. We can actually go for another one here, and section is retreating right through a minefield. More casualties here for Fortress, for King and Country, the Commonwealth. Back here, troops reinforcing. We'll have to see what Old Mate is planning next. He's going for tier 4 now. He's going to try and push for that. Maybe a Tiger tank, maybe not. Pioneers are buying off there. Is this actually the same Pioneer squad that got stuck in the first place there? That'd be amusing, and then they got stuck again. Like, they got stuck again, and I think that's actually the same Pioneer squad. It's like, okay, Jurgens, this time we don't get stuck here again. And then like, oh, scheiße, we got stuck here again. We got stuck here again. Oh, and then they get wiped. I think that's the first time I've seen, like, you know, that happen. Anyways, Panther Force looking out there for old mate. Not units getting stuck and wiping you. Warlords getting stuck in the same damn place. And then getting wiped the second time around. Anyways, 6 Panther going to go to Cromwell. Got Sappers with PNs. Anyone Panther guns with PNs, I think, more likely. Big contact from flank here. Getting behind the anti-tanks. Good move there. Could try and use tactical move to speed up the move, but there you go. Actually backs off with the arrival of Cromwell. More Pioneers for old mate. Heavy Panzer Corps cannot be built. Of course, could just try and hold up for the Tiger tank. I'm not entirely sure I'd be a big fan of either without at least one more medium tank. And you can actually go for that if you just saves up the manpower. But we've got more Pioneers for Soldier, to of course replace the one that got annihilated after a rather embarrassing incident. West side's not wide enough for Old Mate to actually hit. He should consider dispatching some troops to do that.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Second we are picking is opening up with their G43s and their Bren light machine gun. Machine also reporting here Vickers. And at this rate, Old Mate risks being more equipped with British weapons than British. Nine spotted, great for the Ace Pack 40 and the Cromwell, quickly pushing it back with ease. And it's being shot to bits out in the open, no heavy cover there, and the same with the gun team, got more troops robbing. But the Vickers is at least holding up part here for us as forces. In the far west, we do get some forcing about here. A lone gun squad there. Forwards quickly getting head on fuel over Old Mate. Very good there, very good. Going to be caught up with the section. Coming out here, go mine destroyed. Thumbs up to Forwards there. Would be a bit awkward if you forgot about the mine spot and then, you know, got more units killed. Charging straight for the front door to go for the Vickers. Not the best maneuver, I think. There are Forwards. The Pentacle Robert is too preoccupied with other things. They're missing an opportunity there. Section flanking here, forcing the Pentacle to deal with that. Pioneers need to retreat. There's going to be another Pioneer wipe here for Old Mate. Forward section, not far off from another Cromwell. Of course, he may decide to go for something big himself. Looks like he's going to go for Comets. Old Mate here, but I can build a heavy Panther. Wouldn't be far off from a Panther, actually, if we were to do that. And Forwards, meanwhile, is certainly short on manpower, short on troops, support weapons.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Panther moving out here, back here, repairs going for the Cromwell. Western Victor pulling cease with the Grenadiers, got 330 versus 153. Pioneers reinforcing. Ceasing the eastern calf point there. Cromwell was good to go. That's leading 9 Forwards, all of his fuel. Points, though, of course, are still getting a lot because this is Crossroads after all. And the map just has more points than the typical maps. You just get more fuel, meaning you just harder to that way immediately cut off. But it's also a map that means if you get a good chunk of the map, you can actually snowball harder. So it has some risks involved with it. Grab the southern victory point and fuel point there as well. Panther will take for the 6 pounder gun, another 6 pounder gun for 4S. Old Mate is yet to build a heavy Panther. He's almost got the fuel for the Panther. In fact, he almost has the manpower as well. We'll see if he actually goes for it. If he goes for, say, something like a Storm Panzer.
The AT gun you ordered is ready.
Pioneers hard at work there with laying down mines. Got work there. Old Mate is a big fan of mines, which is always a good idea. There's the Wehrmacht. Thumbs up to that. Vickers going to fire from the Cromwell. West side here, we got Gunners holding up there. A bit of a standoff with 4S. Pack and Panther sitting out there. Pioneers using this in fuel point. Straight for the Cromwell. Get a section opening up the Grenadiers. Panther pack falling in there. Sappers caught here. Need to be careful he doesn't get like a damaged engine. Oh, do you stack up in the pack 40 put off an anti-tank grenade going off here, but no, it looks like the Panther 4 managed to stay out of range of the anti-tank grenade, but not of the Piets. Vickers, flamethrowers, plus the Panther and the Sappers. That's going to be a quick retreat there. Forwards very close to the Cromwell. Meanwhile, Old Mate has yet to build anything. He's actually going for the Tiger tank because he almost has some resources now. I mean, he Actually has the fuel now, and he almost has the manpower for the Tiger tank. So, I mean, he could probably get away with just going for it in a few moments. Would be a chance for us to deal with. They're not the biggest one either, since he does have double anti-tank guns, which do help a lot versus heavy armor. One of the reasons, again, while there's overall less of it, just double anti-tank guns tend to be quite effective as that a lot of the time. Section what's going to do is here. They do have heavy cover though, which is great there for Old Mate. That's great for Forrest's troop trying to deal with it. And there you go, Tiger tank here at the 30-minute mark. It will hit for Old Mate. Just need to press the button. There you go, Tiger tank out to support the 2nd Panzer Division. That in the Cromwell. He's going for the AVRE. That's a bold pick there before this. Got 100 points left for Forrest as well. Handful going for the Cromwell there. Go directly for the 6-pounder gun. Would have figured gone for the Comet here. Instead of us targeting all the other stuff, the AVRE may not be a success he'd hope, but who knows? They use the flip there, the flying dustbin, as colloquially known there, to try and threaten the back. And there goes shot at the target tank, starting up the crew, but not doing a ton of damage. Quickly forced fall back in the threat, the Ace Pack 40 there. Shooting at the center with the anti-tank sections. Going for the western fuel point, or the eastern fuel with the double 6%, trying to outmaneuver Old Mate down the right flank. Very good there. Obviously not that risks if he gets caught off guard. Section routed. Going to bring on the center here, and we got another tactical move here from Old Mate. 2 thumbs up. Great use of the ability there. Definitely one of the more overlooked ones. Along with relief infantry. Going for the several of the tactically moving punts with guns going up, going for the carp point and the 2 anti-tankers near it, causing heavy damage to Forrest. Really possibly in a really terrible spot here. No idea what Forrest is planning next here with Old Mate though. Not sure what he's planning next. 6-pounder gun crew, they're cleared up, but they're going to do it, and they're due for the facing corner TKs. Avery setting out again. Oh dear, he might actually make a mistake. He's bunching up his troops very much, and he's also doing so many. He might not be able to see the AV moving up here and shooting through the hedges. Oh, the Pan's holding up the line of fire. That's what we could. Ah! Pan's going to score white gun. I'm taking the 6-pounder gun. It's in huge trouble. Oh, goodness gracious. Old Mate got completely slammed into the ground here by Forrest, negating possibly a significant advantage he always had. Like, he just lost his Pan 4 and so much infantry. Simply because he perhaps wasn't aware, I forgot about it, but the Avery can shoot through hedges well there. Good lord. That was a punishing blow and really just closed the gap between the two. Old Mate still has a victory point lead. He does have the Tiger tank, but he just lost so much there. And we'll have to replace the armored losses, obviously. Graham Lewis and field from the Avery moving westwards. Got 4 kills. The veterans 1 about to fire the Avery again. They're going to they quickly retreat. They're realizing they're going to get turned into minced meat if they do not retreat immediately. There goes trying for the retreat there. White didn't quite pan out the way he'd hoped. Eastern field for them being seized back with the Pioneers. Target tank good to go once more for Old Mate and for the German army. We got 308 versus 86. Anti-tanks being moved towards the centre. Avery moving towards the centre as well here. Are they expecting the Tiger tank to happen there? He just wants to make a push there. Both are possibilities. Tiger tank moving up. Opening up the section there nearby. Shoots and misses. We'll have to see what it goes up. I mean, Stooks right now would be pretty great with the Churchill Avery with their decent penetration, good rate of fire. You could, of course, also go for something like Panthers. We might, of course, focus on the anti-tank set with our Ralph. Good hit by the Tiger tank on the Avery. Avery quickly falling back here. And there you go, nice flank. But of course, need to cover the Avery's spigot mortar there. Off the top mortar, and there you go. Tiger tank gets a good hit there on it. 6-pounder setting up, hitting against the Tiger tank. Shots firing, but bouncing or missing. Gunners for the section. Section winning over the Gunners. Got more punches here for Old Mate. Very good there, very good. Gunners pushing ahead to the G for the feast. And of course, the Brent gun. In the east here, we got Pioneers for the section there. Not looking great for the Pioneers to retreat. We got 302 versus 82.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
No idea what Forrest is playing next. Maybe a Cromwell, maybe a Comet. As for Old Mate, certainly also a bit of lack of clarity there. Mine spotted. Monsters, of course, being a great investment here for Forrest. And he's quickly forced back, and there goes, shoots, gets half the squad, 6 kills, half HP on that. AVRE in the south, they've got the Titan getting the 16 by the eastern field point. The heavy cover is holding out for now, absorbing a lot of impact here from the Tiger tanks, 88mm high pressure rounds, but ultimately I think it won't be for long. Pushing west with the Panzers and the machine gun. Troops sitting out there. AVRE falling back here. Seizing the point there, Panzerman westwards. Smoking up here as we see the AVA getting repaired. The self-repair ability, of course, Sapper's supporting as well there. More Sappers out for forwards, probably help with repairs, but also might be planning other things with it, targeting westwards. An additional son of armor here for Old Mate and the German army. Yep, we got 283 versus 82, forwards again. Without AVA shot, really seems to like just cause Old Mate to get a lot more defensive and cautious. In that regard, seems to have stabilized simply through the sheer psychological impact of that one shot. AVA on the move again. Forwards not going for Crossroads. Might be a Firefly here or the Comet. As for Old Mate, still not some any additional armor. No heavy pentacle either, so not entirely sure what for Old Mate is planning here versus forwards. It is a bit unclear. It is a bit unclear. Eager setting up there, 6 kills, as always. East side there, we got trench being dug in by Old Forest, ready to receive any attack there from Old Mate and from the Germans. Listening up, there you go, direct hit, wiping under the squad. Old Mate there, clearly getting too complacent too quickly, and again, forgetting they can shoot through hedges like that. Very sneaky there before this. Almost ready to there in the AVRE now. It's got to feel pretty bad there for Old Mate to lose units like that repeatedly. Section of the gun is the west, got Panzer's going to need support as well, but of course the AVRE is a big significant from the threat here. Still no sign of additional armor here for Old Mate, or any like signs of getting any more. Oh, there we go, we got the Panzer 4 here. I think you should have gone for Stu to deal with the AVRE, but the Panzer 4's not a pig either. Forrest looks like he might be going for a Comet here. Going for medics, interesting pick there. Tiger tank hanging back, east side there being ground. In fact, we've got almost all 3 extra points on control over the British Army. AVRE moving forward here, back up to the section of sappers. Pioneers quickly hauling the Placeria out. There you go. AVRE shoots, destroys the sandbags, gets a kill there, but beyond that, nothing significant. And we get air support here from Old Mate. The Stu close air support called in to try and take out the AVRE. Shots are flying, got Saps and 6 pounder guns nearby. Tiger tank is racing in here. Might be that Old Mate might have gotten tilted by some of these AVRE attacks. Pan falls on the way. Might have caused him to throw in the Tiger tank. And there you go. Damage engine in front of the double anti-tanks. Pierce well there. Definitely a bad call here by Old Mate. No tactical movement here. Supported by the way by swift infantry. Comet on the way here. But Old Mate right now is in deep trouble. He's got the Pan for them. Grenade there. Taking up one of the anti-tank guns. But can he clear up the other one as well there before losing the Tiger tank? Down to this level of health. The AVRE hanging back here. For a Tiger tank knocked out. A really bad call there by Old Mate. Possibly born out of frustration and other matters. Either way, though, it is gone. And meanwhile, Forrest still has the AVRE, and he's got a Comet on the way there. Now, all Old Mate has is a Panzer 4, plus an Ace-Pack 40 here. The challenge suddenly got a lot harder here for Old Mate. Shot 5 bounds, 6 pounding gun. Oh, Pack 4 moving up there. Target weak point great here. Target weak point. But no target weak point is forthcoming here from Old Mate. Oh dear, in fact, he's about to lose another Panzer 4, and there you go. Down it goes. And now the second Comet's about to hit here. The situation for Old Mate just got even worse. Looks like he is feeling the frustration here. There we go. Comet out for Forrest. 2 tanks in the field versus no tanks from Old Mate. So this is pretty grim there for Old Mate. Pretty grim. Not impossible, but it's going to be very tough. We got 178 versus 82. Comet charging in, they're catching the Pack 4 in a pretty bad spot there as well. Probably going to rush it down and clear it up before he can actually take aim here at his Comet tank. Yes, indeed, guns nearby, but there's not enough to like damage engine the Comet. Get the kill down one of the crew on the Pack. There you go, Telemann goes soft, but also kills one more of the crew. Gets it wiped here. He's going to try and Panther it here, but they still can't take out the Comet. Another Pack 40 here for Old Mate. Pack about to get wiped again. If the Comet can, we've got 3 kills on. We've got section here with the machine gun being cleared out there. Bunging in all the sections bunched out there. Out! Good lord, that could have been really punishing there for Forrest if he hadn't retreated in time. Instead, he only suffered a single loss, I think, from that. But that could even so many more losses. Machine gun there right by the Comet. Pack 40 up to get a good hit in the rearmor. Aviary's also got to go, I think, here once more for Fortress, but he's not moving. He got the machine gun. Comet lost.
The enemy destroyed a vehicle.
Machine gun there. Recruit. Situation for old mate East starting to get really ugly.
5 points remaining.
Season Eastern point here with the Pioneer. Corpses being ejected through the air there. 6 pounders moving up here. Aviary moving up the left flank. We got 168 versus 75. Troops are reinforcing healing. Almost got the centre of 80.6 and there's pretty low on health here. Not entirely sure what old mate is playing now. He's going to try and somehow hold up for another side tank. He's going to go for Stugs, Panzer 4s. Hard to say there, hard to say. 6 on the far end of Gunners, pushing them back alongside, of course, more importantly, the Vickers machine gun. Aviary about here, we got 12 kills on it, Vecchi 2 now. Destroying the building there tonight to old mate and to the Germans. Pioneers in the Eastern Trench, but they're not going to be able to do much there in it, to be honest. They will not be able to do much here. Aviary setting up there for 4S. Pioneers got get bled out. Pack 40 hanging back. We got the second Pack 40 ready as well. If we can catch the AV, we've gotten destroyed by it. Charging ahead here with the aviary.
Enemy causing trouble.
Direct hit there. So he's going to take out the Pack 40. There we go. Wipes the crew, annihilates it. Removing it from the face of this earth. Pioneers routed from the trench. AV continue to fall back. Gunny's now making to the trench, but they're under heavy fire here. A lot of scrutiny there from the British forces. Going to, I think, run up with a gammon bomb to clear out. Maybe just throws the pencil down instead. But he could also, I think, try and wag a gammon bomb into it. Destroying the Pack 40 here. And there we go. Do get the gammon bomb in the trench. And old mate isn't paying attention. Almost takes out the entire unit. Plan squad about to get wiped as well there. We got a grenade off on the section, taking several kills there, but not enough to stop the British army. Old mate's force are increasingly depleted, worn out, and, well, bled out. Aviary rolling ahead here, 16 kills, veterans here too. Season Eastern victory point and the fuel point there once more. We got 141 to 75. Old mate being pushed back to his base here by Fortress and the British army. He's even using emergency war speed. I think he's rushing in to try and get a wipe in the units around the bunker. And there we go. Oh, trying to get the Pack 40, but at this point, I think he's signaling he's not afraid here of old mate. Old mate, there you go. Surrenders a loss for the German army. A victory for Great Britain. There you go. A spectacular and violent match here with some good maneuvering going on. But in the end there, something seemed to change. So once old mate lost his unit to the aviary here, and he just began making a lot more mistakes and seemed like he had gotten tilted. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. If you learned something from it, if you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on the tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Pearl Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.